This galaxy is filled with an uncountable number of stars and planets, some of which are home to a variety of interesting species. Some hunt for their prey and sustain themselves through the flesh of others, while some eat the fruits of the earth. Others are they're just fucking weird, like, look at this thing. Records for all these weird and wonderful creatures are available at all your favourite local supermarkets. However, this series will follow the evolution of a peculiar little creature on the planet of Iocus. The waters of Iocus are warm and inviting to live in. This round-looking creature thrives in areas rich in plant life, which it consumes using its basal mouthparts. After a couple million years, the creature gets its first look at death, which its primitive mind really enjoyed. That's really worrying, actually. Anyway, after another couple million years, our creature has evolved into what we now recognize as a shellite. Shellites have a round, bulbous body that somewhat resembles an egg, if your eyes don't work that well, that is. The shellite is slow and cumbersome, and its entire existence revolves around eating small scraps of plant matter. Most shellite can be found, as the scientific journals say, pure vibing around large patches of seaweed. What a great life. This new generation of shellite have gained spikes that protrude out of the front of its mouth. These can be used both for defense and offense. Despite the fact that the shellite does not need to hunt to eat, it hunts anyway. This shellite can be seen taking on a carnivorous foe much larger than itself, purely for the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of its rival. Shellite are not social creatures, content with gorging themselves on plants while their fellow shellite are being eaten around them. Further into the future now, a humble shellite has evolved into what we now call a shellish. A similarly rotund creature, the shellish leaks noxious fumes out of its mouth to incapacitate prey that it still cannot eat. Shellish lives its life much like its shellite ancestors, eating plant life and doing nothing much else. Just this time poisoning whatever it comes near. Seriously, this thing fucking stinks. The shellish pretty much just stagnates from this point, to be honest. Like, I don't know why, it's not like its peak evolutionary performance. Anyway, eventually the shellish grows a brain. And now that it's got a brain, apparently the next logical step is for it to come out of the water. Though we all know that it's better off not evolving a mind and staying in the tide pools. Tune in next time to see what horrors the evolution of intelligence bring to the planet of Iocus.